Sekulow throws the gauntlet down on Mueller's next dirty trick, vows to go to SCOTUS, by Amy Moreno or Erin Moreno for TruthFeedNews.com. Sekulow hinted during an ABC interview that President Trump will most likely not be meeting with Robert Mueller, probably because the whole thing is surely a trap, you think? When asked what would happen if Mueller were to subpoena the president, Sekulow declared that move would spark a major legal battle, that he would take all the way to the Supreme Court. Ha ha. Here with not Stephanopoulos, I want to say Stephanopoulos. I want to make something up. I just can't do it right now, but you get the idea. This week, President Trump's attorney, Sekulow, says if special counsel Robert Mueller were to subpoena Trump to testify in the Russia investigation, it would spark a legal battle that would go to the Supreme Court. And I just love to see his snuffleupagus's face or reaction to this.
Well, Mayor Giuliani said it was likely to come within days. It could even come this week. It sounds like it's going to take a little bit longer than that. But what if if the president does follow your initial recommendation, the recommendation you're leaning towards right now, not to sit down for an interview? What happens if Mueller then subpoenas the president?
You have a bite under the Constitution, because it really becomes an Article 2 question. So what would happen is if, and I say if because we have no basis to know that at this point that a subpoena would be filed. And by the way, interviews can still happen. There could be written questions. There's other ways this can happen. The president may decide at the end he's going to not take his lawyer's advice. I mean, that's up to him at the end of the day. He's the president. He gets to make that decision. We're going to give our advice. But I think, look, if you get a subpoena, you file what's called a motion to quash. That will be argued at the district court. Then it would go to the Court of Appeals. Then it would go to the Supreme Court of the United States. From the Supreme Court of the United States, it goes back down to the lower courts again. So if the special counsel makes a determination and gets the authority, and that's a question, they have to have the authority to seek that subpoena. A subpoena for live testimony has never been tested in court as to a president of the United States, and there's a lot of language, articles, and precedent against that. But if that decision is made, we'll prepare to handle it in court.
They didn't show his face, the reaction, See, this wasn't as good. I wanted to see Stephanopoulos' face when he says that he's going to take it to the Supreme Court if Trump gets subpoenaed. In other words, he's going to win hands down anyway. That's why they're opposing Kavanaugh, and they were telling Kavanaugh that if we do nominate you, the Democrats are saying this, if we do nominate you for SCOTUS, you have to promise not to get involved in the Mueller investigation, because then it's a done deal. Like the Mueller investigation goes totally out the window, whether in a sense Trump was guilty, which he's not, whether he was or not, because the Supreme Court would just throw it out of court. They're going to do it anyway. They're going to throw it out of court. But what I'm saying is they just want to cover their bases. But, the whole point is that it would spark a major battle. And they would take it to the Supreme Court, and it would be thrown out of court anyway, because it's just they have nothing anyway. They have nothing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.